Hi everyone, in this tutorial I'll show you how I've painted the floor of my workshop. So this is the result you'll get at the end of the video, and for this tutorial I've used the Rustoleum system. So first it's a cleaner, then it's a primer, so a sealer, and then we'll finish by using the epoxy shield. So this is the paint that you'll put on top of the sealer. So first and most important step is to make sure that you have a clean floor. So no contaminations, like no minerals, no oils, no silicons on your floor. So this floor was used for quite a while before painting it. So a lot of like paint and Bondo and such has been laying down on the floor. So first I've sanded like the biggest and most important parts where there was a lot of grease, cleaned these separately, and then I've went ahead by vacuum cleaning the entire floor just to remove the dust. And then I just used some soapy water, so just a bit of soap into the water just to have like the first clean of most of the debris and dust that was laying on the floor. So I squeegee all the water out. I was kind of surprised how much dust was still on the floor even after vacuum cleaning, and then I'm using a wet vacuum cleaner to remove all the water that sipped into the little holes, because this is a pretty porous floor. There's no treatment on the floor, so the biggest problem for me was that there was a lot of dust coming off this floor each time I wanted to clean it. So that's also why I decided to paint my floor. So after cleaning it with water, I'm using like the system that was described, like the first step, and that would be to use a degreaser from Rustoleum. So I have about 5 liters to cover these 35 square meters of floor. So even after cleaning and removing everything, I was kind of surprised how much dust and like grease was still coming off the floor. After that cleaning, I did another clean with just water, just to remove anything I had left of the Rustoleum system. Then the next step would be to use the sealer. So I'll use a brush and then a roller just to like make it a bit more quicker. And the first and most important thing is to stir like the can well first. So we'll use some stirring sticks. I'll also mix it with the drill, and then here I'm just opening it. So as you might see, I'm kind of familiar with like chemicals and products and paints. This is looking white, but when you apply it on the floor it will look transparent. It has a little bit of a bluish tint. It's pretty liquid, so it's good, so it will seep into the floor quite well. Is this important to use a primer? I know it's a price that you have to pay, but it's worth it, because if you just would use the last stage, so the epoxy shield, you would use more material and the result wouldn't be that better. As well, the sealer is also making like a good bond between the floor and your last colored layer that you apply. So first and most important step is just to do all your edges. I know it's pretty boring because you don't see a lot of results with your little brush, but it makes it a lot easier to just roll everything then once you have the corners done. So I'm using a crisscross pattern, so I do around like little sections of 1 square meter each time, going into the horizontal and vertical directions. So I don't think I should mention it, but make sure you don't trap yourself into a corner. Think ahead and see how you continue while painting everything. So here I'm removing the strip. As a matter of fact, I could have left that first painter's tape, but I decided just to make everything like each step in a clean way. So here's the color. I've used some gray. They have different colors. So this is a 1K system, so you don't have to add any hardeners. Why did I pick that? Mostly because this is like a temporary floor. Like, I don't know how much longer I'll stay in this workshop, and for me it's just like to have a clean workspace at the moment. Also, I have to mention it's pretty strong, so after 1.5 years of use, no loose chips or the floor has no issues. So everything is great. And another advantage is that if I still have like a little mistake on the floor, or I have some paint coming off, I can just repaint it with the leftovers I still have in the bucket. So to give you an idea, you'll need roughly about 8 kilograms for these 35 square meters. So here you can see if you have some leftovers, you can just put them back. If you would have a 2K system, you would just mix like the hardener and the A, so the base component. You wouldn't be able to reuse that later on. So here is the result. So it's still a bit shiny, but it will finish in a satin finish. And here is the result. So it's much cleaner, the room looks bigger, and it's, for me, like the most important step. It's just easy to clean just by like with a little bit of water or something, and it's a pretty good result. So in the meanwhile, I redid the fridge. I painted the fridge just to have a nice looking workshop now. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. Many more videos are coming later on, and see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.